module, you will learn about digestion. What is digestive system? Digestive system helps in the digestion of the food particles taken in by the multicellular organisms. The digestive system is made of the alimentary canal that starts from the mouth and ends at the anus, and includes digestive glands such as the salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. The alimentary canal is about 30 feet long in adult human beings. Digestive system is divided into alimentary canal and digestive glands. Alimentary canal consists of mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small and large intestines. The duodenum, jejunum, and ileum make up the small intestine. Cecum, appendix, colon and rectum make up the large intestine and anus. How does the digestive system work? Food enters the body through the mouth, where it is crushed into smaller particles. When you see, smell, or taste food, salivary glands secrete saliva in the mouth. Saliva moistens the food while you eat and helps to tear it into smaller pieces. Amylase, a digestive enzyme contained in the saliva, breaks down the starch present in the food into simpler sugar. The food then moves down into the throat or pharynx. The epiglottis, which is a flap-like structure, closes the windpipe when you swallow, so that you don't choke on your food. Food moves through a narrow, tubular, muscular organ called the esophagus. The lining of the food canal has muscles that contract and expand rhythmically in order to push the food forward to the stomach. This series of muscular contractions is called peristalsis. At the end of the esophagus, a muscular ring allows the food to enter the stomach and then closes. The muscular walls of the stomach help in churning and mixing the food thoroughly with the gastric juices to break it into smaller pieces. These gastric juices contain mucus, hydrochloric acid, and enzymes like pepsin, renin, and lipase. Hydrochloric acid kills any germs that may have entered along with the food. It also creates an acidic medium which activates the enzyme pepsin. The mucus in the stomach protects the inner lining of stomach from the acidic action due to hydrochloric acid. Pepsin breaks down proteins into peptones and proteoses. Renin breaks down the milk protein casein into paracasein and proteoses. Lipases act on fats and help to break them down. This process continues till the food is turned into a thick liquid called chyme. The acidic food from the stomach reaches the first part of the intestine called duodenum. A sphincter muscle in between the stomach and the intestine regulates the entry of food from the stomach into the intestine. The small intestine is the site of complete digestion of proteins and fats. In the duodenum, fats are present in the form of large globules, which makes it difficult for the enzymes to act on them. These fats are broken down by the bile juice, secreted by the liver. The liver is a digestive gland that produces bile and is stored in the gallbladder until it is required. Bile contains bile salts that break down the fat into smaller globules called the emulsified fats. Bile juice also makes the food alkaline for pancreatic and intestinal enzymes to act on it. The pancreas produces pancreatic juice that contains enzymes such as trypsin and lipase, which help to break down proteins and fats. The chyme now reaches the second part of the small intestine called the ileum. In the ileum, the intestinal enzymes act upon the food and convert proteins into amino acids, carbohydrates into glucose, and fats into fatty acids and glycerol. The chyme, after digestion in the small intestine, is called chyle. The inner walls of the small intestine have numerous finger-like projections called villi. Villi increase the surface area of the small intestine to ensure efficient and rapid absorption of nutrients. The villi are richly supplied with blood vessels, which transport the absorbed food to all the cells in the body. The small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. The length of the small intestine is much shorter in carnivores as compared to herbivores. This is because herbivores eat a plant-based, fibrous diet rich in cellulose, which takes longer to digest as compared to a meat-based diet. The undigested food and water then move into the large intestine. The inner lining of the colon has villi that absorb any water from solid waste. This solid material is collected in the lower part of the large intestine called the rectum. The appendix is a small, hollow, finger-like pouch which hangs at the end of the cecum. It does not have any function in the digestive system of humans. However, it is functional in herbivores such as cows. The rectum stores the solid excreta until it is ready to be excreted from the alimentary canal through the anus. The exit of waste from the anus is regulated by anal sphincter. What does the saliva contain? Saliva contains buffering agents that protect the teeth from decay. When we eat something sugary, bacteria produce an acid that attacks the enamel in the teeth. This removes minerals like calcium and phosphate from the teeth and makes them susceptible to decay, thereby forming plaque. Saliva contains minerals that are used to repair tooth decay. At the same time, the buffering agents in saliva neutralize the acids and prevent further decay. In this module, you learned that the alimentary canal comprises the mouth, esophagus, stomach, and intestines. Saliva contains amylase that breaks down carbohydrates into simpler form. Peristalsis induces the food to move from the throat to the stomach. In the stomach, food is broken down and converted to chyme. The small intestine, after digestion, absorbs the nutrients from chyle. The small intestine consists of duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The large intestine absorbs water from undigested food and forms solid waste. The large intestine comprises cecum, appendix, colon, and rectum. Liver produces bile, which helps to digest fats. Saliva repairs enamel and neutralizes acids in the mouth. Thus, saliva prevents tooth decay.